call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the ACC, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Horned Frogs ready to get this thing started and open the season. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Going to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
He's got it on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And how about the communication by the big fellas up front? Picking up that blitz, QB wasn't even close to being touched. That was as pristine a pocket as you will see.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's the handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass on second down. He unleashes a long one. Catch and stride inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
To the air on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he made the extra point without problem.
USA 7, TCU 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's McBride. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Got his man. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going.
He's got it on the outside.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last.
Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Breeze. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance in calling for the false start. From the gun. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Man, this guy guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Gage. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Flips it out in the flat. Going airborne. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Takes the catch. Turning it on. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
On the move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frog. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Washington has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 21 over North Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Still running at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field.
He's going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to...
There he goes! Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out. Let's get some positive yards and then get to third down. And we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He'll take a shot. And he makes the catch, but just a hair out of the back of the end zone. It'll be incomplete. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. The Trojans decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, TCU!
I mean, let's Let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive line when he gets to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got the first down and more. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way.
This guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. Got it in stride inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's McBride. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab inside the 30. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds up to 19.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Defense in press coverage. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Quarterback making adjustments. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sends him back in motion. Try to get it to the edge. Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I like the execution by this defense. Nice job, situational football, right? Like, understanding where the sticks are. You probably know they're going to pass the football on this down. Great job breaking on the football when the quarterback throws it and forcing the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Hard. And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll go to the air. Fires left. And they can't make the connection.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw again. Forced out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 28 over North Texas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Look out, he's got room. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, TCU! And the stomping has commenced.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He'll try to take it back. Attack. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he puts through the extra point. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll take another shot here. Reels it in down the left side. Touchdown, USC! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Making side adjustments here. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Makes the grab. Oh, he got loose. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
To the air on first down. Right down the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Floating away. Takes a hit as he fires. Tried to nestle that lob in, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and he comes up with a massive play right there.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play.